Hi, I'm Reba McIntyre, your guide through the years as we share a daytime to remember. Like many of you, I grew up watching the ABC soaps. Now we have the chance to see some of our favorite moments one more time. I'm here to fill you in on all the details that make watching these classic episodes so much fun. For the next 2 weeks, we'll relive some of the best moments from One Life to Live, the soap that holds a very special place in my heart. You might remember I was even on the show a few years back, playing an old high school friend of Luna's who just happened to be a singer and who just happened to be named Reba.
I'll tell you what, you look prettier and younger than when we cut those demos. That was a few semesters back, wasn't it? Huh? How long are you going to be in town?
Oh, now that I've seen you, I'm leaving. Can't talk perfection. What? I made a lot of new friends behind the scenes in Landview. I even got to meet Bo. He's a real cutie. I wouldn't mind returning, but next time I'd like to be one of those rich, powerful people who lives in a big house on the hill. Hey, maybe Dorian has another sister. One who's not crazy, who shows up in Landview to cause trouble. Anyway, let's get to today's episode. It takes us way back to the mid-'70s when I was in college and trying my best to schedule my classes around the soaps. Did you do that? On One Life to Live, Viki has just given birth to her first baby. She and her husband, Joe Riley, didn't know if their newborn son was going to live or die from a heart problem he may have inherited from his daddy. So after the baby's birth, they waited on pins and needles for word from the doctors.
Here we go. I hope you realize that now that we have a son, you lose our bet.
You had to mention that, huh?
I just want to keep the record straight, that's all. So you take the 2 o'clock feeding for the first 6 weeks.
Well, we won't be able to do that for a while anyway. They're going to have to keep him here until he's about 5 pounds or so.
Honey, when he comes home, darling. Tell you what, I'm going to give you a break here, just to show you what a good winner I am. I'll take the 2 o'clock feeding on the weekends.
Yeah, what if they let me nurse him?
I'll get up and I'll keep you company.
You are a good person, aren't you?
I'm a good person.
Joe, are you sure that Jim and Dr. Thornley know you're here with me? I mean, they're not running all over the hospital looking for you, are they?
Sweetheart, Jim said he'd come straight here as soon as they know anything.
I know, but surely... Joe, if there's a problem, we can handle it together, can't we?
You bet we can. I want to settle all the plates, of course. Jim, the heart looks fine to me.
Says I can, I'm going to go for a walk in the woods behind the house. Foliage must be very pretty by now.
It is.
Yeah, do you realize I'm going to have to learn to walk all over again?
You can lean on me, huh?
That's the best offer I've had in years. Well, I know that I'll have to take it just a little bit at a time, but,
He's fine. Your son is fine.
Oh, darling.
Oh, it's all over and we have a healthy baby.
Oh.
Because you both realize that you're going to have to remain here in the hospital for a while, 2 weeks, maybe even longer, but that's not important. All we have to worry about now is growth, and that kind of takes care of itself.
Jim, how can we ever thank you and Dr. Thornley and Dr. Hodges?
The look on your faces is thanks enough for me. Just one little favor I'd like to ask. Anything at all. I stopped by the preemie nursery on our way over here just to make sure that there were no changes, and they tell me that your young man still has no name.
Well, we didn't want to do anything that permanent yet.
Well, I understand, but I'd appreciate it if you got working on it. It clutters up our record-keeping something fierce. Well, we wouldn't want to clutter up your record-keeping. All right. I was sure you'd be cooperative.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Will you stop that? I'll come by to see you before I leave tonight. Thank you, Jim. Sure. guess it's back to plan A, isn't it?
What does that mean?
Call little fella Victor Lord Riley.
Oh, no, darling. Look, the reason we decided not to go with that was because Father's name is still everywhere in this town. It's on the banner. It's on the cornerstone of the new hospital wing. If we name him after Father, people are bound to call him and associate him with Victor Lord's grandson for the rest of his life. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, you're right, though. Yeah.
Exactly. So if we just go with Marvin Riley or...
Marvin?
Or Melvin Riley or Elwood W. Briggs Riley.
Hey, knock that off, will you? This is serious business.
I know. But you know what I mean. And it's enough to satisfy my family pride if you just agree to Lord as his middle name.
Okay, you got a deal. Now, first names. Any ideas?
Yeah, well, now, since Riley is ever so slightly Irish, I think maybe a name that would go with it, just to give us the feel of the old sod.
Are you making fun of the Irish lady?
Oh, I wouldn't make fun of the Irish. Come on, reel off some Irish names.
Oh, very funny. Okay, let me think. Ivan?
Very funny.
Patrick?
No.
James?
James Whitcomb Riley?
I see your point. James is out, right?
There's one name we haven't come up with yet, and that's Joseph Francis Riley Jr.
No way.
Why not?
It's all because I've never met a kid that didn't hate the idea of being called Junior.
Oh.
You see it? I'd be Big Joe, he'd be Little Joe.
Well, what's the matter with that?
Well, nothing now, but wait till he grows up. 6'4", and they're still calling him Little Joe.
Okay, so we'll scratch that one. Well then, how about, come in. Hey!
Jim out in the hall. Hey, listen, we were down at the mill.
So happy.
He's beautiful. Of course, as soon as I saw him, I thought, Pat, there's nothing wrong with that guy. That is a perfect... You know what? He waved at me. Right?
Well, he kind of raised his arm.
Yeah, well, that's called a wave. Yeah. Anyway, listen, I got some stuff for you guys. Now, this is for you. That is
Vinnie.
sweets for the sweet. Huh? Go ahead, open it up. We can all have some. Oh, hey, Riley, I bet you forgot all about these, right? What do you mean, what? Cigars. You have a kid, you got to pass out cigars, I forgot all about it.
You shouldn't have.
Mind if I do? Huh? What's the matter? Aren't you allowed to
shouldn't
have?
Of course I'm allowed to have everything now.
Oh, well, listen, the ones in the middle are the caramels. I remembered that you like caramels.
Yeah.
Cigar, Pat?
Thank you.
Maybe good, huh?
Made us a good one. Went out the door. All right. Fantastic.
You want one first?
Sure.